Hey guys, it's Tanya from 4 Girls Jewelry. Today I just wanted to improve on my previous design. If you guys following me, you saw my video about this design, diamond square, and it could be alone like it was originally, but I really now in the mood to put a lot of different beads and little like sticks and stuff in my designs, and I actually like it how this square could be added a little bit something to it, and then it's totally different piece. Plus I will show how I make this links, which could be added a little bit to the design too. They're very stable. You can make chains from them. So I have two pieces here. So here I took a link here, like two links together, and on the other side just one. So if you do this, check my 2-week back tutorial. It was 2 weeks ago on a diamond square, because I won't film the same thing, and you will have something like that. You can do like I did in my first video. I just spaced them out with the layers of wires here. In this design I just add 2 beads instead of 1. I just put 2 beads. Make sure that you have beads that sits on that have a drill hole. So when you work with something like that, you make sure that you have a drill hole large enough to put your beads. It could be seed beads or any designs you use in your project. Any like sometimes bicones could go, sometimes they are 2C. This one doesn't go, so you have to decide if you want to use something that is have small drill hole. You can pick up a little bit thinner wires and use this design. Okay, so let's go back to part 2, right? So what I want to show how I did this, how to attach, and then any beads you want to jazz them with, you can use any teardrops, any shape, size. You can just put a little bit of the wires like I did here. You can use thicker wire and pieces of chain. That's up to you. All decoration is up to you. So when you finish, when you check, if you knew and you don't know how to make this, go back and like previous video, make this component, and from that we will go right now. So I use 24 gauge, 22 gauge you can use also. It's not a large amount of wires here, but I just won't cut. You don't need that much, but I just have a piece and I don't want to cut anything. So also face wise, how you wanted this piece to be sitting on your neck. In my first design, previous design, I use this part as a front, but for some reason in this one I really like that as a front. So I will put all the beads and everything facing this way, so it will be sitting on my neck like this. And that I use for my beads. Like I use purposely a little bit longer stick here, and I cut them a little bit shorter here. And I have 20 you can use 22 gauge wire. So what I do is I just use only one wrap around, just one, like this, and then I will use my Veil Maker pliers, and I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those loops. So it's kind of you don't have to finish if you want to simplify your work, so you don't have to finish this part yet. So let's see how easy it will be to remove. Yeah, so all we need to do, have one loop like this, and then because this is supposed to be on a wire, right? That's how it's supposed to be. And then your other loops has to go this way. I will show you what I mean. So the other wire, the other loops that you want to do, they go this way. So only one main is facing this way and the other facing this way. And I need 5 of them. So just take your time and make 5 of them. 1, 2. This is my 2. But sometimes when I film, I don't like my telephone setting, so I just properly wire wrap. I like to have them close to my eyes. But so that's number 3, and you keep going. You have to have 5 of them. Four. I don't like how they kind of don't have the proper shape. 4, and 1 more. So we have 5. Here we go. So I'll put back on my piece. It'll be easier if I will not make this loop, leave it straight, right? But I did it. Okay. Not good. Okay, so here we go. We have that 1 wrap here, and then those 5. Gently, you just push your circles close to your wire here, and just secure on this side. And all you have to do is now with the same wire, because I won't cut here, I just go backwards, take one of the closest wires we have here. You can even pull a little bit, and the last one, I go inside, very gentle, and just stitch them to it. So you go through each little loop and just stitch. Make sure the wires are, sorry for the noise, destroyed completely. Make sure you don't have those on the back. And slowly stitch them in. Just don't rush, because when you rush, you can destroy your shape. So this is the second one. And keep going. Just stitch out all of them. At least you can leave the last one if it's not enough wire there to attach, because sometimes I remember when I did mine, I couldn't attach the last one, but make sure you attach at least those 4, and then nicely push them back to the frame so you have those. See, I didn't attach the last one. The last one is not attached, but it's okay. So if you can, you can attach it if you still have wire. If you're not, you can go directly to, let's see. Okay, so this is the edit attach. So I'm going all the way to the front, make 1, 2, and I cut the wire. Yep, that's all done. Now we'll do the same symmetrical thing with the other part, and we have those nice beautiful loops sitting here. Make sure you add, like, squish them all properly. Then what we do, the same symmetrical stuff here, and like I said, we will have something like this, because you will have 5, 5, and you file those ends, make the loop where you can add all your beads you want, whatever, how you want to adjust this piece with. I like to add a little bit of the links to my piece, and I like to do sometimes almost always asymmetrical. So what I did is I have 18 gauge wire, so I cut a bunch of them. I have them here. Let's see how they are. 3 3/4 of inch. So if you have, I think that's the best size. They're not really long, these links. So what I did, I use also bail maker plier, and I will start from basically the middle, and I will just wrap around my pliers, and we have basically 2 wraps like this, like a little spiral. Then what I do is I will put one side up. You can switch the tools and do the same with the second one. So you have like something like this. Then I take my 2 pliers, because I want to have a little space. So I just open up a little bit, not a lot. So like when you look at the piece, that's how much I want it to open. And I use my hammer. You put on your block and just hammer this part. You can tell, just hammer this part, hammer that part here. You can see, flatten a little bit. It will be much stronger. It's just give the strength to your link. And then what I do is I just file ends. If you have a machine that can help you with, just file your ends. You know, so I don't use heat this time. I like to use links with the heat, but I use torch for my ends, but this one does not have it. So what I did is, if you want to measure, you can measure. So just when you do because it's 18 gauge, it's fairly thick and strong wire. So, but when I did this loop, I just hold it with my pliers. You can, if you have 2 same pliers, round nose could work, but it's better flat flat nose pliers. I just use what I have right now with me, and then I will just finish this with, because I file, I'm not worried about like ends scratching the surface or anything. So yeah, and you can also hammer this little piece too, and you're finishing with the same on the bottom, and that's you have a link, and you can just jazz your piece later with these links, like I did in this piece. So I hope you guys can create something like that. It's will be much longer tutorial if I start from scratch from the middle part, but check that 2 weeks before I did it, so you can do exactly same with the 2 different sets of beads like in this, or you can make it just with one, with looking more like a cross almost, because I think this is more vivid cross than this one. I never did crosses in my life until I got one girl and I made crosses for her and for her sisters and sister-in-law, and since then I start to make more cross like pieces for some reason. I don't know why. So that's everything for today. If you guys have any questions, I feel like with any of my jewelry, I like to make different spacers, different links. So I just use in this piece very simple. I just add more coils on this, less on this, then 2 of those. Then I made my handmade chain as extension. I used 18 gauge for the hook here. Same, you just file the end and create that. Yeah, I hope guys you like it, and let's create some more beautiful pieces. I will see you next time on Tuesday. For those who celebrate Easter, happy Easter, and I will see you next Tuesday again. Bye guys.